Welcome. My name's Chris Litz with the Capital and Casualty team here in Indianapolis. I'm here to bring you the 7th installment of the Capital Spend Speedway series. Today we'll talk about irrigation sprinkler systems. The account number we use for this is 101-520. Irrigation and landscaping vendors come out this time of year to check and restart our systems for spring. Here are some rules to determine if the work completed by these vendors is capital or expense. We have 3 important criteria for the sprinkler irrigation work to be recorded as capital. First, we must incur a minimum of $1,000 materials and labor per irrigation zone. An irrigation zone is defined as a section of the irrigation system that is serviced by a single control valve. Second, a key component of the irrigation zone must be replaced. Examples of a key component of the irrigation system include the main water valve, the sprinkler shutoff valve, a pump controller, a valve box, or a backflow preventing device. Finally, please keep in mind when an irrigation vendor comes out to do a repair and sprinkler heads and nozzles are replaced. If they are replaced due to being worn out, this cost cannot be considered under the $1,000 minimum. Here's an example of irrigation work that qualifies as capital. We have a pipe break underground in an irrigation zone around the leasing office of a single property. Total cost is $1,500 to replace the piping along with some sprinkler heads and nozzles that were damaged as part of the pipe break. This work can be coded to irrigation sprinkler systems due to the total cost being over $1,000 and the sprinkler heads and nozzles damaged as part of the pipe break. Now let's look at the expense side of this. We're replacing a main irrigation valve and 20 sprinkler heads in a single zone of a property. The property has confirmed that the sprinkler heads were damaged before the valve needed replaced. The irrigation valve cost is $900. The sprinkler heads were $400. Since the sprinkler heads replacement had not been part of the damage of the valve, this cost cannot be considered under the $1,000 minimum per zone. With the valve at $900, this cost alone does not meet the $1,000 minimum, and the entire $1,300 should be coded to R&M expense account. Now let's look at an opportunity where normal expense irrigation work could be capitalized with additional project capital work down the line. We have a vendor that comes out and replaces some broken sprinkler heads, a couple of valves, and some leaking piping that does not meet the $1,000 minimum per zone. The vendor may be able to complete an irrigation audit on the zone or the entire property irrigation system to look for opportunities where larger projects could be capitalized. If major components of an irrigation zone may go bad within a year or two, that could cause more damage and cost down the line. The vendor may suggest replacing worn piping or valves that could get to the $1,000 minimum per zone. I want to thank you for joining us today. That's all the time we have. Please join us next month for our next installment of our Capital Spend Speedway series. Please remember that star capitalization at aimco.com is always available for any capital questions you may have. And remember, let's try to keep the irrigation rules straight so no residents or employees get sprayed during this irrigation work. Thank you and have a good day.